Amy Coney Barrett's story starts here in Metairie, Louisiana. It's a suburb of New Orleans. She went to school at St. Catherine of Siena behind me, and her father, Mike, has been a deacon in this parish for nearly 40 years. She grew up in this neighborhood in a big family of 7, a loving family, where she learned some important lessons, as her sister Megan shared with me. Everyone has a role, I think, in a family. Everybody. What was Amy's role in your family?
I think leadership, probably. She used to be the one to organize games and things. We'd get together at my grandparents' house and she'd kind of take charge. But I think now, although she is still a good leader, I think now I would say today that her role is unity and love, because she just makes such an effort, despite her busy schedule, despite everything that she has to juggle. Her love for people is remarkable. Amy, I feel like, has an incredible wisdom. She and Jesse actually together have an incredible wisdom and patience. Amy was always very quick to admit a mistake, to come back, apologize, and want to try to fix it, you know?
Headlines have been filled with criticisms of the People of Praise, a charismatic prayer group that members of the Coney family have allegedly been members of. The media suggested that the group is a cult and, erroneously, the inspiration of Margaret Atwood's Handmaid's Tale.
I think anything can be misconstrued and you can always pull things from a different angle, but what I can say from my experience, though I'm not actively a member right now, some of my fondest memories are of the friendships that I had growing up, the activities that we did. We did have prayer time together, and that has been an inspiration, honestly, to me as an adult. And I still maintain friendships with those very friends who I grew up with in the People of Praise. So I think really what people need to know is this isn't a crazy group. My experience with it has been that these are people who deeply care about one another and about other people.
Amy Coney attended high school here at Dominican in New Orleans. She was a leader here, a VP of the Student Council, and very close to a group of girls whom she's remained friends with for 30 years. They called themselves the Fearless Foursome. I spoke to two of the foursome, Angel Adams and Renee DiGiovanni.
Amy and I served on Student Council together. Our senior year, we were on the executive board, and so we had a lot of opportunity to come up with some creative ideas. Amy was always coming up with great stuff. One time for Halloween, she said, I think we should decorate the locker room and make it into a haunted house. So, of course, Dominican, we had never done that before. But we put together a proposal and we went to administration. And I remember Angel even said,
I said, they're never going to approve that. You're never going to get to do that ever. They're never going to say yes.
Yes, but as it turned out, we were successful in our pitch, and they let us turn the locker room into a haunted house. I think it was a one and done. Pretty sure they didn't do that any years after ours.
Might have been one of the wildest days Dominican ever
had. There is the storyline being advanced that because she may or may not be a member of this People of Praise group, that somehow she's a submissive woman who only takes orders from men and the man in her life. Your thoughts on that?
I know that's just not true.
I think it's honestly laughable, but I mean, in the same breath, she's really approachable, and most everyone who's ever encountered her says, wow, this is a powerhouse. This is a person of integrity. And I don't know if you get those two words and then in the same breath say submissive. I don't see it. It's just not the girl I know.
I don't think you get to where you are, where she is, as a submissive person. I think that kind of speaks for itself. I don't feel like I really need to give words to that.
Jenna Martin was mentored as a freshman by Amy Coney in her senior year at Dominican.
At Dominican, we're taught to be strong women. Our motto is Veritas, which means truth. So first and foremost, Amy will always get the truth. She will always look for the truth. And her faith is very strong in her. I never remember Amy without a smile on her face. The smile that you see on TV now is the same smile that she had when she was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
Granville Morse, the deputy coroner of Jefferson Parish, was a friend of Amy Coney during high school and even went on a few dates with her.
Amy was outgoing, engaging, warm-hearted, kind, and the thing that struck you about her, she's hyper-intelligent. You could just tell in conversations with her, she was ahead of other people's thoughts, but she was humble about it. Her upbringing and her balance is very important, and her humility is only matched by her wit and her warm-heartedness.
One thing that struck me, even amidst all types of people from all walks of life, all political parties, all viewpoints, supported her and have come and have said, despite our differences, I respect you and I think that you are fit for this job, and I think that there is no one better who would be able to separate herself from who she is, what her beliefs are, to be able to see all angles and be fair.